Thank you all so much for joining us here today to celebrate. We'll hear cars honking in celebration of this new public art installation. We're so glad to see you all here. My name is Kia Carlin. I'm a former volunteer commissioner on the Madison Arts Commission and more recently a volunteer with the Friends of Madison Arts Commission. So been working with Karen Wolf and her team for a long time on public art projects in the city. We're so glad to be here today with the artist, Austin Brantley, who has worked with the city on so many projects and really always with the spirit of community at the core and in community involvement and placemaking. And I understand he helped identify this spot for the work so that it could be enjoyed by people using the pedestrian path, the sidewalks, anyone coming through this high traffic area. I'm going to give a whole bunch of thank yous right now. This beautiful sculpture wouldn't be possible without the generous support of our community. First and foremost, we want to thank the mayor and the Common Council who have continued to support the Municipal Art Fund, which is what enables Madison Arts Commission to place public art throughout the city of Madison. For this piece, the amount that the city budgeted fell slightly. Who's ever heard of that happening before, right? What a surprise. So that's where the Friends of Madison Arts Commission comes in. They help to fill the gap in funding by raising private funds to support the project so that there would be no further delay in bringing this piece to the Darbo Worthington neighborhood. I'd especially like to recognize the following donors to this project: the Madison Professional Women for Good, Betty and Corky Custer, MG&E Foundation, Donna Vance, Lindsay Marlovitz, and Colleen Hayes. Your belief in public art and our community has made this dream a reality. We hope that you can all stay after the unveiling to enjoy a nice piece of cake and then join us at Parks Alive just across here at Worthington Park, where there will be live music and lots of fun activities. We also invite you to grab a postcard after the unveiling. You'll find them right by where you'll be picking up your piece of cake. We'd love for you to tell someone you know about the project, and if you want to fill one out and address it before you leave today, we will even take care of getting those in the mail for you. You're also welcome to take them with you. The mayor is out of town today and couldn't be here, but we are so honored to welcome Deputy Mayor Dr. Linda Vacunta to join us today. Dr. Vacunta has a PhD in environmental studies, a master's in rehabilitation psychology, and a bachelor's in psychology from UW-Madison. She joined the mayor's office in 2019 to assist with economic development, housing, and human services. She has more than a decade of experience in grassroots community engagement and program development, and she understands more than most the power of art in neighborhoods. So please join me in welcoming Deputy Mayor Dr. Linda Vacunta.
Good afternoon. How are you? Usually when I say good afternoon, I expect people to respond. Good afternoon. You see that guy over there? He did not respond. Good afternoon. That one behind there, he did not respond. Good afternoon. Look at that. Now we have community. Community is conversation, isn't it? Thank you so much for that introduction. Usually I don't expect people to read my bio, so I was not expecting that. Anyway, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm here on behalf of our mayor, Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway. In addition to the fantastic things that they read about me, the reason why I think I really enjoy this work is also because I'm a DJ. I'm a radio show host on WORT. So, yeah. If you want to hear DJ Linda, tune in on Saturdays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. But through that space, I really understand the importance of art, which is why I appreciate things like this even more. It's because I practice it myself and I hear from people on a regular basis about the power of arts. Our mayor, Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, is not here because she's enjoying herself in Japan. It's actually a reciprocal visit to our sister city located in Overhero. So that's why she's not here. But she sent me, and I'm fabulous. Wow, you guys can agree with that. Okay, public art doesn't just beautify our spaces. It reflects who we are as a community and creates shared experiences that bring us together across all walks of life. This mother and child sculpture by Austin Brandley in this location at this time in history is making a strong statement that our city is a place where culture thrives and everyone deserves to feel a sense of belonging. As the Deputy Mayor Liaison to the Arts, I did like to congratulate everyone involved, the artists, the Arts Commission and their friend group, city art staff who made this happen, particularly Mary Rose Egberg, who served as project manager for this installation, Anna Follensby, the administrative assistant, and Karen Wolf, the city arts and culture administrator. I know you all love Karen and everybody else. So give a hand to that team. Thank you. Obviously, it takes a village, and this village wouldn't be what it is without the incredible work of leaders, of community leaders, such as Will Green. Will Green's passion for supporting the Darbo Weddington neighborhood, especially the energy he has directed to at-risk youth, leadership development, and youth employment through social entrepreneurship, sports, and the arts is a tremendous asset to Madison. I understand that he was instrumental in helping Austin connect with the community as he was conceptualizing the theme for the sculpture. Thank you very much to Will, and please come up to say a few words.
All right, hello everyone. Can you hear me? All right. So thanks, Austin, for coming here, man. Like Linda said, he was instrumental in meeting with a group of moms from the neighborhood at our restaurant over at Mentoring Positives off East Wash, where the old iconic Ellis Deli used to be. So we're at the bottom of that. So it's a beautiful night gathered right here in the heart of the Darbo Worthington Park neighborhood, a community full of resilience, pride, and power. I'm deeply honored to be here tonight to celebrate something really special. We're not just unveiling a sculpture or hosting an event, we're uplifting stories, connection, and creativity that reflect the souls of this neighborhood. Let's start with the incredible artwork we're about to unveil, Mother and Child by Austin Brantley. If you haven't already taken a look, please stand in front of it before you leave here today. It's more than bronze and structure. It's a reflection of strength, legacy, and unconditional love. This piece belongs here. It belongs in this neighborhood. It honors the mothers, the caregivers, the builders, the people who hold our families and communities together, often without recognition. Thank you to the Madison Arts Commission for making this vision come to life. Public art has the power to speak, to spark conversation, to ground us in history, and to point us toward the future. And this sculpture does all three. But tonight is more than an unveiling. It's also about celebration. We're grateful for Parks Alive, a program that brings music, food, activities, and joy into our public spaces, which is happening right behind us in Worthington Park. These parks, like Worthington Park right here, are more than green space. They're gathering space. They're where kids play, where neighbors meet, and where community is built block by block. In time when it's easy to feel divided and disconnected, nights like this remind us we are stronger together. Whether you've lived in the neighborhood your whole life or just moved in, you're part of what makes Darbo Worthington vibrant. So I want to shout out all the folks who made tonight possible, the artists, the organizers, youth leaders, volunteers, and city staff who work behind the scenes. Events like this don't just happen. They take love, effort, and a deep belief in the potential of people. As we look ahead, let's keep investing in each other. Let's keep making space for youth voices, for creativity and healing and opportunity. This is a community that's been through a lot and one that refuses to be defined by struggle. Instead, we rise with purpose through art, through action, through connection. So thank you all for showing up tonight. Thank you for being a part of something bigger than just a single moment. Together we're shaping the story of this place. I believe it's a beautiful one. Enjoy the music, enjoy the food, and most of all, the people around you. Let's keep parks alive and Darbo Worthington thriving. Thank you.
Thank you, Will. Let's welcome up now the current chair of Madison Arts Commission, Nick Pevich.
Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. What a great crowd, and glad that the weather's held out and though a little warm. Just so everyone knows, the cooler over here has water, so please continue to stay hydrated. And I'm just here to really take a moment to acknowledge the great complexity that is public art. Obviously, art is subjective and really relies on, how the viewer interprets it. And when you try to take the community at large and have all of our different opinions swirl together of what makes great art, that leads to really interesting conversations. And I'm so grateful for the really great work that Will and Austin to connect with the community to really hear the voices of Darbo Worthington to make sure that this work is reflective of the community here. I would also like to acknowledge that this is a project that has been going on for quite a long time. It's originally came out of the 2017 Darbo Worthington Starkweather Neighborhood Plan, which called for the city to invest in cultural representation and community development initiatives here in this neighborhood. So now, 8 years later, we are here to celebrate. And with that, I would like to acknowledge that I have only been on Madison Arts Commission since, I believe, 2022. And there are others here in this this event that have served on the commission before me, and would like to thank their work in stewarding this project at its initial stages to get us, to where we are today and how exciting that is. I'd also like to take a brief moment to acknowledge the elected officials here in attendance. District 15, Alder Dina Nina Martinez Rutherford represents this side of town. She's in the back, and she represents this side of East Washington. I also get to feel a really special, heartfelt welcome to District 12, Alder Julia Matthews, who represents the other side of East Washington and happens to be my partner in life, and it's really exciting to introduce her in this moment in a professional capacity for the first time. And lastly, I just quickly like to acknowledge the partnership from Dr. Sarah Stolte and Madison College, who originally brought Austin here to Madison for a residency and exhibition in 2022, which really kind of started this partnership. And then all the people who actually make this happen, which includes city engineering, who agreed that this is a location in which the art could be placed. We have City Parks, who maintains this green space, Strand Associates, who are our structural engineers, CGC Inc., who were the geotechnical surveyors, Speedway, our contractors who constructed the foundation and installed a sculpture, and Cora Stone, who provided the elegant granite foundation. So as you can see, this work of art is made not just by the great talent of Austin and the voice of the community, but from a whole bunch of really talented individuals here that call this place home to make this all happen. And with that, so much of our work comes out of the planning division. That is where the Madison Arts Commission is housed. And we are so fortunate to have a new planning director, Megan Tuttle, who has been with us for 9 months, and it's been really great to introduce her to why arts are really important to this community. So I'd like to welcome Megan up to say a quick few words. Thanks so much.
As Nick mentioned, I've been here for about 9 months in the Madison community, and one thing that I've learned in the short time that I've been here is that Nick may be one of the hardest working commission chairs in all of the city of Madison. So thanks, Nick, for your work and your fantastic stewardship for the arts in our community. I'm happy to be here at my first public art unveiling in the city, and I hope to be part of many more over time. I'll just provide a few brief words that echo a lot of the things that you've already heard from other people about the importance of public art, not only as public art, but as connection to community, connection to place, and ultimately about activating space. As we're sitting here, we're sitting at the base of a bike path, a ramp to a bike path, and at the entrance to an important gathering space for a neighborhood and for a community. This art will have an important impact on welcoming people into this neighborhood, whether they're accessing the neighborhood on foot, on bike, off the bus, or otherwise visiting, coming to and from the Darbo neighborhood. In terms of being able to bring this to fruition, I'm very proud of the fact that the arts is part of the planning division team. And I also want to take a second to just echo the appreciation that Dr. Vakunta shared at the beginning for Karin Wolf, Mary Rose Eckberg, and Anna Follansby. For those of you that don't know, those three folks bring a lot of passion and energy and very hard work as a team of three to support not only public art here in the Darbo neighborhood today, but all around our city through the Municipal Art Fund, the Percent for the Arts program, and many other initiatives. So let's give them one more round of applause. This is hard work, and they are certainly very passionate about it. I think you heard other folks mention that this work is connected to the plans and policies that we do as a city and as a planning division. And I'm very proud of the fact that the reason that we're here today stemmed from a planning process and from identifying communities' interests and needs and being able to help through the prioritization of funding, policies, and other programs to bring an important piece of public art like this into the neighborhood as a result of that process. So as others have said, very grateful to the City Council for their continued investment in public art through our Municipal Art Fund, and to groups like the Friends of the MAC and others for helping us to raise the money to do that. So we're all here because we're excited about the unveiling of this sculpture. And without further ado, I would like to introduce the artist. I'd like to bring up the talented, self-taught figurative sculptor from Detroit who created the sculpture that we're going to see here in a second. His art is inspired by African and classical art and aims to continue the traditions of the Harlem Renaissance. And you will see those influences in Mother and Child that he created for this community. Please join me in expressing our appreciation and welcome to Austin Brantley.
Hi, everybody. It's so good to be in Madison again. This is one of my favorite cities, I think, in the U.S. People are so nice here and cordial, and even when they're being inconvenienced by artists calling them at odd hours at the time and asking crazy questions about what they can do with the statue. I'm really, really grateful to the city of Madison for letting my voice come through in this piece. I was able to really express myself, and I was able to hear the voices of this community and to be a bridge from that to create my own piece. For me, this piece is about serenity. And what I really find beautiful about the energy of this sculpture is that we've all been touched by what it means to be a mother. And I really love the energy from this piece because for me, I've always needed that in my life to help me become an artist. My mom has always been there for me. My grandma's always been there for me. My family's always been there for me. And I think that's a lot of the energy in this piece is that, for me, it's very powerful. Even though it's not a really forceful energy, it's still a very, very powerful energy to feel that protected and that loved. And I just want you guys to see it. I'm ready to unveil this. Can you do that? Yeah. So it's bronze. I made it in clay first. It was water-based clay. I had a couple models. I used a lot of pictures. But for the most part, I just kind of went off how I felt when I was creating this piece. The most important thing was the flow of it and making sure that it felt very organic, natural. This is the energy I would want to give to someone. I would want someone to have a very healing energy, and I would want mothers to feel seen. I think this is my best approach at doing it. You guys can come look at it. Get up.